What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast. Now, I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about my concerns of Marvel's Avengers. I kind of want to just have an open and honest talk with you guys about this game. Now, to start off, let's set the stage here. Firstly, people have been asking for my opinions on this game for actually quite a long time, and I do want to cover this game. I mean, leading into its release, I have it pre-ordered. I'm getting it day one. I'm excited in a way, in a lot of ways, actually. I'm excited to play it, so I will be playing it day one. We will be covering it on the channel, so all that stuff is good to go, and we will be continuing to cover this game up until its release. But I kind of wanted to start it because I do want to make more of these videos more often. I want to start it with kind of like the biggest thing in my mind about this game, and it's my concern for this game. So we talked about this game a few times in the past, namely, actually, I think when it was first revealed, like when we first got the reveal trailer. There are some very concerning things about this game. I guess even the fact that it got delayed, you could maybe look at concerning. I don't necessarily, like, it got delayed like 3.5, 4 months. Not the biggest deal in the world. Still, the fact that now it comes out literally right before next gen. I don't know if they've said, I feel like there was an article that even said for them that they're not going to do anything with next gen like right away. So don't expect like a PS5, Xbox Series X version 2 months after this version releases, like the current gen version. So that already puts it in like a muddy spot. But here's my honest thoughts. Here's what I think about this game. I'll start with the positives. I'm gonna buy it, okay? I've already said I've put my money down. I'm supporting this game, so I want to give it a shot. And I think that a game like this can be very solid. I think that they have all the pieces in place. I like, to a fair extent, what we've seen in some of these trailers, okay? I love the cast, right? Especially, like, the bigger name cast. Like, having Nolan North and Troy Baker in games together definitely doesn't hurt the game, right? It only helps the game. So having them, that's fine. Having the Avengers that we do have, I'm fine with who we're given. We know that they're going to add more. We know that that's going to come down the line through, like, story, add-ons, stuff like that, which we'll get to, because those are my concerns. But we're only talking about the positives to start. The gameplay looks decent. It doesn't look like outrageously good, but it looks good enough that I would like hopefully enjoy myself playing it. And beyond that, honestly, potential is the only thing that has me excited, okay? Like, again, the cast, where maybe the story goes as a direction, but again, that's kind of potential, right? Because we don't know fully. There has been some leaks as to where this game is going, but, you know, in terms of what we actually know, I think a lot of it's just potential that we're hoping that they can nail a game like this. Here's the deal. I think Marvel and DC, obviously in the movies, we know what's happened, and we know that Marvel, outrageous success, outrageously good, DC trying to catch them, and they've just utterly failed, but now they're kind of carving out their own path, right? And you know, that's the movie path. Gaming-wise, very, very different, right? We've had the Arkham games. Rumor has it DC is now going to make basically an expanded universe, right? So we have this new Batman game coming this year. We'll have Rocksteady's game. Maybe it's a Justice League game. We're going to have a Superman game. So DC is literally, you know, behind the scenes for right now, but eventually in front of our eyes is building a DC universe through games. And honestly, so far, they're doing it better. Even just, I guess, potentially, they're doing it better than Marvel. Marvel has Spider-Man, yes, and Spider-Man is oh my god, it's such a good game. But they seem very disjointed in what they're doing. And Marvel's Avengers does seem very alarming. Those studios that are making it do not have the greatest track records as of late. Crystal Dynamics, namely, right? They do not have the greatest track record. Just visually, how this game looks, it looks good at times, but overall, there's just something about the blockiness visual style. I get it. It is not done. The game is not complete. The game doesn't even come out for another like 8 months. I understand that, but the game still, every time I feel like we've seen it, still looks rough. And although it's continued to look better each time, it still doesn't look very good. That's just visuals. Guess what? That could just be you could blame it. You could say, well, you don't have taste in visuals. You could say you could yell at me any way you want. And you have every right to, and I'm not going to stop you, okay? So I just want to get that out there. But my personal opinion, the visuals don't scream out to me this is the best looking game ever. And okay, did you expect it to be the best? But like Spider-Man, Spider-Man looked outrageously good. The Batman games, the Arkham games when they came out, oh my God, they were pioneers. Arkham City at the time was insane. Arkham Knight still looks really good. And at the time, it was like the most beautiful game that was released. Like those games set benchmarks at the time. Avengers, let me tell you, no matter what you think, it is not setting any benchmark in terms of visual. Okay, that's just visual. That's fine. Let's move on. There's two other big things. The first one is how how the game is presented to you. They've gone on record. Their entire pitch of this game is that it's a game that's not going to be complete upon release. Now, have they said that? No, but they have said the story's going to continue down the line. Now, yes, they're free. There's going to be free like the story elements and the characters they're giving us, they're going to be free. Fine. That's totally cool. It better be free, because if you're not delivering a full game, which they are not, I'm telling you right now, they are not delivering a full game upon release. Because if they're going to present us with additional like story DLC, and they've even gone on to say, I believe they said like 1 to 2 years, over like 2 years, they're going to be giving us the story. That is just alarming, not because I can see the future and I know like, oh, I traveled, I traveled through time and I'm back to tell you like the story is just not good, doesn't end well. But when games tend to do this, think about history, think about what we've gotten from games like this over the past couple years. These not necessarily pay to play, but these live service kind of games, especially ones that rely on story, do they end up working? They tend to have a lot of problems, and the success rate is not high. There are very few games that can pull it off. You could say, well, Avengers maybe can. And yeah, I'll tell you that. Maybe it can. And by the way, these are not things that I'm like saying it's going to happen and I want to happen. I absolutely do. I want Avengers to be great. I mean, I told you multiple times, I'm buying it. I want my money's worth. I want this game to be good. I'm going to give it every chance humanly possible from me to have this game be good. Okay, I'm going to give it every single chance to do so. So I'm not rooting for it to fail. I don't like the path we're going, and I don't know if it's something that we can stop. So that is a really big thing. They've also made some alarming statements about what you can actually buy, like the cosmetics and the skins and the weapons. And I know some of those again are free with the additional stuff, but there are some things that you're going to be paying for with in-game currency. And whenever you have a game with in-game currency and you look at how this game operates, look at the actual gameplay, look at how you can like customize your I'll try and find like the trailers to play for you guys throughout this video, but there are some things where like you can customize like again like the armor, and because it levels up. It's like a Destiny or like an Anthem. And those are games. Look, I get Destiny is popular and all that. These are games that I do not want Marvel's Avengers to be like, not even slightly. Okay? And I would say by the way, and I'm not being like a Marvel hater because I love Marvel, I would say the exact same thing for Justice League. If Justice League comes out and it's like, oh, you have like 4 different armor tiers, and you have to, there's like crystals that you can use to level them up or power them up, and you can unlock them by doing this quest or this raid, and then there'll be additional skins that are given. Some of them may be free, but we don't know because they're not out yet. I would do the same thing. I'd be like, oh my dear God, please don't do that. But to be honest with you, it scares me, guys. It really scares me. A lot of this because here's my mental thought when I watched anything on this game. Basically, half of me is like, oh, that's not even half of me. Half the time, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like that thing. I like the fact that, again, like the voice acting or these characters or whatever, or like the potential of what they can do. I like this, that. But for every single thing I think that I like, there is an equal that I don't like, or maybe not even like exact like 1 for 1, but there are a couple things that I think could be just absolutely massive that is going to destroy this game. I truly, again, in terms of the gameplay does not look, like I said, doesn't look all that good. It looks serviceable, but it doesn't look all that great. And then mix in the fact that it definitely wants to be Anthem/Destiny. I think it wants to be more Destiny. I'm just throwing an Anthem because it's a recent example of a game that's kind of like what Avengers is doing that has absolutely failed. But even Destiny, I don't want my Avengers game to be Destiny. Do you? And I guess, and that's the ultimate point. If you guys don't agree with that, or you think, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I like Destiny, so if Avengers is like Destiny, that's cool. If you want that, then you know what? I think you probably will enjoy it, and we will just flat out probably have a difference of opinion, and that's totally cool. There's nothing wrong with us disagreeing on that. But I'm telling you from, again, I mean, the video's title, my thoughts on this game is I don't want that. I don't want that. Just the same thing with the Justice League. I don't want a game like Destiny or Anthem for my Justice League game. I want a game that's like Arkham or Spider-Man, but keep adding characters, keep making it bigger, keep making it better. That's what I want from these games. And I know for a fact I'm not getting an enhanced Spider-Man in this game. In fact, Spider-Man won't even be in it, and they're not going to really talk to each other because there's some behind-the-scenes stuff with Sony, again, with Spider-Man, with Marvel, just giving studios the ability to make these games. Doesn't seem like they have a plan, and this game really, I think, signifies that for me, that they don't really have a long-term plan for Marvel in games. They're just kind of handing the properties out and hoping that these studios can make good products. And again, the history of Crystal Dynamics has not been all that solid as of late. In fact, it's been pretty darn awful as of late, and now we're getting this game, and I don't know. It's really, I mean, I definitely want to start these kind of videos out with this, just so you guys know kind of where I stand. I'm getting the game. I'm going to try to support the game as much as I can. I'm going to cover the game. But I'm going to cover it honestly because, I mean, that's the whole point of this channel. It's Tyler and I talking to you guys about honesty. It's just our thoughts and our opinions, right? We don't have inside sources, stuff like that. I mean, maybe one day we will. But as of right now, I'm telling you right now how I feel about this game. I'm very, very concerned that this game is going to be a complete train wreck. It very well could be. Same flip of the coin. It could be really, really good, and it could absolutely surprise me, and I want that. I want that more than anything. Because here's the deal. I believe, doesn't it come out 1 week before Cyberpunk? That is going to hurt it too. Don't think for a second that will not hurt this game. And if the game absolutely sucks or it's just really disappointing, everybody will move on to Cyberpunk. In fact, most people probably already would, but then if the game really is bad, they have some concerning things with that game. That's all I'll say. That's how I'll finish the video. So guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Pros and cons. What are you looking forward to with this game? Do you agree with me? Do you have some concerns about this game? Let me know in the comments below. Again, I want to make more videos about Avengers. They're not all going to be bashing it. I do want to just talk about general things about this game. So let me know if there's anything specific you want me to talk about Marvel's Avengers. Make sure you guys are subscribed and have that bell icon rung so you guys know when these videos release. And thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all of you that have asked me in the past to make videos on Avengers. Again, I will continue to do so. So thank you for suggesting it. Thank you guys for supporting me. And I hope to see you all on the next video.